Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? We got like a 2-for review. Me and my buddy John of X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past. Because both these movies are movies, you know, there's so many movies that come out, TV shows and stuff like that, you're bound not to see everything. And those are two that slipped my grasp for a while, and I finally got to see both of them, and I'm going to do a review now. I'm wearing my shirt for Me and Be Designed. It says, as always, my sign-off shirt, take care of my Legion, with the sign lines right there with the symbol right there, thumbs up and the pointing right there, take care of my Legion, which is pretty cool on Me and Be Designs. And basically, going back to X-Men First Class, it takes place originally during World War II, and Kevin Bacon is a bad guy, and he's at the camps, and it's like Magneto and his mom, and he tries to save his mom, and he find out they have special power, and he gets his mom there, and he says, if you can't move this coin by the count of 3, I'm going to shoot your mom. That's Kevin Bacon playing. I mean, he's a great actor, and you usually don't see him in a really, really evil role, except maybe in a very independent film, but this is a big budget film. And then he ends up shooting his mom, and then from that point on, Magneto's determined to find him and kill him. And then, you know, he meets the other men, like the professor and stuff like that.
And Marianne.
And Marianne. I knew it. Professor X. Kevin Bacon, the character Kevin Bacon plays, starts developing these mutants and stuff like that. He has powers now too. He can absorb energy and then shoot it back at people. It's really a lot of fun. And then it goes from like the 40s up until the 62, the Cuban Missile Crisis. I believe it was 62. And he wants to try to, you know, he says, just like most of the mutants that go to the dark side, kind of think that humans are all against the mutants, which they kind of are, and they want to create...
Dark side was DC.
I know, yeah.
Oh, wait. Different dark side.
Yeah.
On the dark side.
Oh. Because the weird thing about that, Eddie and the Cruisers was a major flop at the box office, but that song...
became a cult classic.
Yeah, I mean, well, it became a cult classic, but at the time, it came and went, just like Spinal Tap when it first came out. It might have played a week or two at the West City Plaza, where they got all the movies that didn't play very well, like, and then like movies like House by the Cemetery, was a great Fulci film, which didn't make any money at the time, played a week there, or Night is Honored, which became Hell Living Dead, played a week there, and then was gone. I love that movie.
And now back to our regularly scheduled review.
Yeah, I know. I keep going off topic, but I mean, well, hell, now I forgot. No, this is really good. I mean it.
Well, yeah, it's quite cool because as my camera falls. Yeah, they brought in a bunch of stuff from the comic books, like the Hell's Fire Club, which actually, I believe there was a Hell's Fire Club that Ben Franklin was a part of, but it was noted for having big orgies and stuff.
Yeah, well, I remember my dominatrix friend. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. Angel, from a long time ago, I don't know, I had lost track of her, but I used to talk to her on the phone a lot. Well, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, she said there was a Hellfire Club. She sent me some video from there, along with that David Bowie. It was a double feature, the David Bowie Ziggy Stardust movie from the 70s, concert film, and then that. See, I'm getting off topic, way off topic. But I remember the Hellfire Club, and this was really good. It's a lot of fun. See, I get off topic. And, yeah, this is a full-on 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, lots of action in it.
They changed stuff around a little bit. Yeah. Like, of course, comics, they change all the time. So it's like the X-Men First Class that they show was not like the original X-Men. It's like in the comics, memory serves me correct, you know, the original X-Men, you know, you had Angel and Bobby. I believe Bobby was one of the original, and I'm trying to remember who else was part of the original. You know, like Wolverine, some of these others came along much later, but the Wolverine became like the most popular. And that version of the X-Men else became the most popular, but they're always changing. I don't even know who's in the X-Men nowadays.
I don't know. Everything's so changed. It's like you can't keep up with it all.
Well, like I've been reading on Hoopla.
Yeah.
The DC comics, the Justice League, And it's a different Justice League. You have Batman, but then you also have Lobo and some others.
Yeah,
So,
not Sheriff Lobo.
Nope.
And when he said Bobby, not Bobby Hill either.
Go, dang it. Jason, you'll keep going off.
My humor is so stupid. Like in another video, I said they were cannibals before Cannibal Corpse. That didn't even make any damn sense.
But it's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, that was really good. I'm glad I finally got to see it from 2011, X-Men First Class. And then next, yeah, we saw X-Men Days of Future Past. But 2014, it was weird because a while back I saw X-Men Apocalypse, which I thought was pretty lousy. I remember my nephew said that he hated, I loved Captain American Civil War, and my nephew hated Captain America Civil War but loved X-Men Apocalypse, but that's him. That's okay. But this is X-Men Days of Future Past, and this takes place in the 70s during the Vietnam War.
And in the future.
And in the future, too.
I like it because, yeah, like a crossover between the two different sets of X-Men. Yes. So, you have the two different sets of actors playing Xavier and Magneto. Yes. Of course, Wolverine's always the same.
Yeah. And I was going to say, in the year 2000, in the year 2000. But no, I mean, in the stuff in the future with X-Men that you come, that you know pretty much from the very first 3 movies, they have like the, Sentinels come down, and it's like these massive robots, faceless robots that are here to destroy the X-Men in a very disturbing way. Like their faces open up like Pennywise. Remember his mouth opened up and showed the trap inside, but this one like...
Or the vampires in the Blade 2.
Oh, yes. Yes.
This new generation of vampires.
Yeah. Well, what were those things that they had like the jaws and their mouths opened up or something like that? It was really weird. I can't remember what the hell that was. So I'm getting off track again. Yeah, I'm getting old. But I mean, and they, what happens is they have to send someone back in the past to try to stop this from happening. And the bad guy in this is Peter Dinklage, who I call Peter Dinklepinkle, but I'm an idiot. And I'm going to get so many dislikes in this review. But it's all right. I say what I want to because I think it's funny. He sends him back in the past, and he has to convince Mystique and also Xavier and Magneto, because they're like stuck in their younger selves, and he has to convince them that he's sent from the future to the past.
To stop the Terminator. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Skynet.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
oh, wait. Wrong movie.
They have to go back to the future. Stop his parents from... or Marty McFly never be born. But, I mean... God almighty. They go back and they have to convince...
I never saw that movie.
Stop... George Burns is in that one. And stop Mystique from killing this guy. Because they said now they'll get her DNA and that'll help fortify these monsters so they'll be able to change with the mutants and be able to be unstoppable and kill the X-Men in the future days. And it's really good. I mean, basically, they're trying to convince them, and they're still fighting back and forth big time because they're still mad at each other. And it's weird it shows Xavier without his powers because he's given that serum to try to make him walk again, but kind of turns him into a junkie too. But I mean, it's done in a way that's not... Well, you get the gist of the movie. It's still a PG-13 rated movie, right? Mm-hmm. And then X-Men, and then Wolverine comes on, and then in X-Men First Class, they asked him to join, and he said, F off. And then they said, well, you come to help us. And in this one, you come to... But I quote, we came to help you, and you said F off. He didn't say F off. There's the one F word they're allowed to say in a PG-13 rated movie.
What's kind of interesting, too, is in this movie, is you see Quicksilver.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And it's some type of deal that 20th Century Fox and Disney worked out because they both ended up using Quicksilver. And you just see, in this one, you see his sister as a little girl. But they could not mention in this movie that Magneto's the father. Yes. That was part of like the restrictions. Just like Disney can't refer to any of the mutants as mutants in the Marvel movies. So it's kind of interesting. Of course, now it's all going to change since Disney's taken over the studios, at least for 20th Century Fox.
Disney's going to own everything, and the Simpsons were right. They own 20th Century Fox now.
Yep. Like one meme said, it's like Disney's collecting studios like Infinity Gems.
Yeah. But the mention of Quicksilver and Kevin Bacon, that would have been funny if they had Quicksilver and then have Kevin Bacon a cameo riding a bicycle all over New York and stuff like that from the movie Quicksilver. That no one remembers. I like Quicksilver. That
I don't know that.
In the 80s.
I can't remember if I ever saw that one or not.
I can't remember if he was a courier or something like that.
Right.
That was one of his ones that were his forgotten ones. You know, that no one talked about, but I like that movie. You know, and Kevin Bacon is a great actor. And people keep forgetting he was in the first Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he was great. I mean, everyone remembers Footloose, but they don't remember some of his other works and stuff like that. But, I mean, well, getting off topic again, this one's a lot of fun, too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think for me, these three were like the first three.
Yeah.
I liked the first one, and the second one I liked even better, but then the third one for me, for both trilogies, kind of dropped off.
Yeah. One thing I will mention that I think the maker was a little inconsistent for Beast from the last one and this one.
Well, and they did, like, if you remember Magneto's helmet, at the end of the second one, he makes his appearance.
Yeah.
And then this one, when he regains his helmet, are almost completely different.
Yeah, it's like red and stuff like that. The other
well,
one,
then he also had like the 3D thing sticking out, so like almost like horns, almost like Loki's horns. But then it's like in this one, they're just kind of part of the helmet. They're not sticking out so much. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, if you look on the back, there was like a Slayer sticker on it. It was really weird. And the Metallica.
Slayer? I don't even know her.
I mean, or like something from Amon Amarth, that Viking metal like thing like that, or someone like a Minnesota Viking with those big helmets with the long blood braids on. That would be his helmet right there.
Different than the Minnesota Fats.
Oh, and it's kind of ironic that Super Bowl's going to be in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I don't know when this review's going to be up, but I really like this too. This is a 10 out of 10.
Yep.
I'm glad I got to go back and watch some of these ones I didn't see. And like I said, here's a look at what the Sentinels look like right there. That's not really a cheat or not like that. And also, Michael Ironsides is in, has a small part in X-Men First Class too. I mean, he could have had some of his scanner powers. He made a guy's head explode with scanners. And also, I wanted to recommend... that
was a mind-blowing movie.
Yeah, it was. That's a great movie. I love David Cronenberg stuff. And he's changed over the years, too, with some of his stuff getting more serious. But I wanted to recommend a slasher film that from 1982 had William Shatner in a small part called Visiting Hours. And Michael Ironsides played the killer in that, and that's not a spoiler because you know right off the bat he doesn't wear a mask or anything like that. You know who he is. And you find out a little bit about his life too, but he's still it's really interesting. I think that's still on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen that, John, or not. That's definitely worth a watch. Visiting Hours is really good. That's back in the days of the cool slasher films. Right around when Night School came out and...
You mean the 80s?
Yeah, in the 80s. Night School came out in the 80s, not Night Court. Yeah.
Which was a funny show. Anyways.
I like Night Court. Okay. And it was cool seeing Richard Mull, because I know him mostly from Night Court. He's in a ton of horror films, and he was in that movie, The Dungeon Master, which was really cheesy from Empire, but I like
I think the train's derailed again.
I know. Everything gets derailed on these videos, but I really like this. Watch this be like a 37-minute long review. But like I said, I really enjoyed both films.
Unfortunately, he already reviewed X-Men Apocalypse, so we could do a Triple X review.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I didn't like X-Men Apocalypse. I thought it was, I don't know, it just
wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Although, for those who haven't seen it, watch the trailer for... what's it, the New Mutants or whatever, because that looks really good.
Yeah, they said it was more like I heard Jeremy John say it looks like it might be kind of like a horror film because these mutants have
and I heard
powers.
What the guy I work with that's a big comic book nerd, he said it looks like the way the comics were.
Really?
Yeah, so they're following along with the comics for that series.
That one mutant, well, that one guy who's in working as a cook. Everyone should know he has a mug on him. That one cook in X-Men Day the Future, Mary said no more hiding, and he was like a cook. He had a mug on him, that guy that shoots the tongue out and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
He had, they should have known something was up with that. And that one guy had a weird power to make people throw up and stuff like that. That would suck, going to...
Biological.
And then
make people
being
sick.
doubled over and getting sick and stuff. That would be awful. But I guess that's about it. Like, going off the rails again, but on a crazy train. See, we said at the same time. So I give both X-Men First Class, X-Men Day of the Future Past a 10 out of 10. So, for me and John, until next time, bye, please. Take care, my Legion.